cold wind swept through the streets of downtown Chicago as Marcus tightened his grip on his little daughter's hand, trying to ignore the ache in his chest that had been haunting him for weeks. It had been 6 months since the divorce, 6 months since his life split apart like shattered glass. He had tried to be strong, tried to smile for 8-year-old Harper, but every weekend he met her, the weight of her hopeful eyes reminded him of everything he failed to hold together. On that winter morning, while walking past a cozy cafe with warm lights steaming against the windows, he saw her, a woman standing alone outside, looking directly at him as if she recognized the pieces of his broken heart. She didn't look away. She watched him with eyes full of something he couldn't name, sadness, longing, or maybe memory. Before the story continues, take a moment. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and healing hearts, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps these powerful stories alive. Marcus felt Harper tug on his hand as the woman turned her gaze toward the ground, pretending she hadn't been staring. He kept walking, trying to shake off the eerie feeling that her eyes had spoken to him in silence. He didn't know her. At least he didn't remember knowing her. But something about her presence clung to him like a ghost of a past he never lived. They stopped at the crosswalk. Harper looked up at him with her soft voice that always sounded like truth wrapped in innocence. She asked if they could get hot chocolate. Marcus agreed, hoping warmth might erase whatever unsettling feeling the mysterious woman had stirred in him. Inside the cafe, sunlight poured through the windows, glinting off holiday decorations and catching the steam rising from freshly brewed coffee. Harper sat by the window, swinging her legs and tracing shapes on the fog glass. Marcus watched her, remembering how quiet she had been lately, how she stopped asking when her mom might come back home. She was learning to accept things children should never have to understand. As he sipped his drink, his eyes drifted outside. The woman was still there, standing alone, coat wrapped tightly around her, staring, not at him now, but at Harper. The intensity in her face was fragile, like she was holding back tears. Marcus felt a flicker of discomfort, even irritation. Why was she watching his daughter? He stepped outside, pulling his coat tighter. The woman startled, as if caught doing something wrong. She turned to walk away, but Marcus gently called out to ask if she needed help or directions. Her lips parted, then closed as if she couldn't find the right words. She said she was fine, that she just liked watching families because it reminded her of what she had lost. Her voice trembled when she said it. Marcus nodded politely but remained guarded. He returned inside, thinking that was the end of it. But Harper suddenly kept staring at the woman too, her expression soft, curious, almost knowing. Moments later, the woman walked away down the street, her shoulders hunched, disappearing into the noise of the city. Marcus tried to pull himself back into the moment, but Harper set down her cup, eyes following the woman until she vanished. Then she spoke words that froze him. She whispered, "Daddy, that lady's heart looks like yours." Marcus felt the breath leave his lungs. Children didn't speak in metaphors, not unless pain had taught them how to see beyond words. He looked at Harper in shock, realizing she saw something in him he hadn't dared face. As they walked again, Harper continued holding his hand tightly, as if protecting him instead of the other way around. Marcus finally understood. She missed her mother, but she also missed the version of him that wasn't broken. And maybe that strange woman wasn't the message. Harper was. They kept walking toward the park, where bare trees stretched beneath gray clouds. Marcus sat beside Harper on a bench while she played in the frost-dusted grass. He remembered holidays past, laughing in warm kitchens, decorating trees together, holding hands without fear of breaking apart. He remembered vows whispered in sincerity, not knowing how fragile promises could be. He felt anger at himself, regret, loneliness, but also a spark of resolve. He couldn't change the past, but he could stop letting it own him. He could choose to be whole again, not just for himself, but for Harper, who deserved a father whose heart wasn't stitched together with silence. Marcus stood and called Harper over. He promised her, not in grand speeches, but in quiet certainty, that he would try harder to heal, to be present, to be more than pain pretending to be strength. Harper smiled, wrapping her arms around him, whispering that she never stopped believing in him. They started walking home, snow beginning to fall like tiny diamonds from a dark sky. And just before turning the corner, Marcus saw the woman again. She stood across the street watching families pass by, watching life move without her. This time, Marcus didn't look away. He offered her a small, sincere nod, not an invitation, but an acknowledgement. Two broken hearts recognizing each other across the winter air. She nodded back with a faint smile, then turned and walked away. Not with sorrow this time, but with purpose, as if she too finally understood something. The world didn't fix itself that day, but something inside Marcus did. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating emotional stories like this. Before you go, comment below. Healing begins with understanding. Thank you for reading.